Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we cut through the noise to give you the strategic insights you need fast. If you're an Australian business owner or maybe a C-level executive, especially in Brisbane's booming construction sector, you probably know the feeling. That sort of gnawing frustration with outdated legacy systems. We've all seen it, haven't we? How they turn simple compliance checks into these marathon ordeals, triggering project overruns and, well, eating directly into your profits. Maybe you've missed a growth target or watched a competitor just surge ahead because your team is, frankly, drowning in paperwork. It's a systemic challenge, and it's really time we tackle it.
It absolutely is. And hello to all our followers on the podcast and our business page. Thanks for joining us. I'm Vera. And with Lex here, we're specialists from the C9 team. We see these pains firsthand in Queensland's dynamic construction landscape.
Yeah. Today, our deep dive is focused squarely on automating construction compliance in Brisbane for efficiency and growth. Our mission, really, is to distill actionable insights we've drawn from the latest industry reports, real-world data, all to help you drive efficiency, dramatically cut costs, and crucially, gain that competitive edge in Brisbane's, let's face it, very fast-paced market.
It's all about leveraging the right innovation, isn't it? And knowing how to do that effectively is, well, it's more important now than ever before.
Okay, let's unpack this compliance conundrum in Brisbane construction then, because truly, automation isn't just like an option anymore. It's becoming non-negotiable. The core challenges, the ones stemming from these outdated legacy systems, they're often far more debilitating than people maybe realize. These clunky relics, they don't just slow things down, they create fragmented data and those, notorious data silos. It means something as fundamental as a simple compliance check. What can become an incredibly time-consuming, frustrating ordeal.
Yeah, and that's not just an annoyance, is it? Those inefficiencies have direct consequences. Things like project overruns, missed growth targets, significant lost profits. We see the impact clearly. WorkSafe Queensland's Q1 2024-2025 construction report, for instance, it noted 78 non-compliances related to work environments and another 24 related to access issues. That's in just one quarter. And a huge number of these, they're often a direct result of manual, really cumbersome processes.
Which I imagine are costing firms an absolute fortune.
Oh, they really are. McKinsey's research indicates that firms still relying on legacy systems, they can face up to, wait for it, 40% higher operational expenses.
40%? Wow.
Yeah, that's money just lost to rework, fines, sheer inefficiency. And on top of that, these delays, they translate into poor customer experiences. When projects drag on because of compliance bottlenecks, clients get frustrated. Especially true in Brisbane's booming CBD high-rise market, where expectations are, incredibly high.
Right. So it's hitting the bottom line and the company's reputation.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond the internal system issues then, how significant is the escalating regulatory complexity for these firms? Is that a big piece of the puzzle?
Oh, it's a massive factor, yeah. Compliance in construction isn't just a single static requirement. It's a vast and constantly evolving landscape. It covers everything from critical safety audits, permit tracking, subcontractor verifications, detailed financial reporting, and those complex environmental standards. Each piece is kind of a moving target.
And looking ahead, say, to 2025, there seems to be a particularly heightened focus, right? Australia's Building Industry Fairness Act, WHS regulations, the National Construction Code, the NCC, they're always being updated.
Exactly. And Tremco's 2025 Construction Trends report, it specifically highlights a, quote, heightened focus on sustainable practices. This is driven by new ESG rules and privacy laws coming post-2025.
ESG, can you just quickly remind listeners what that means?
Sure. Environmental, social, and governance. Basically factors that increasingly dictate investment and operational standards. And this focus also includes local Queensland specifics like updates to the Building Industry Fairness Security of Payment Act. It's genuinely a lot to keep track of manually.
It sounds like it makes an already complex job even more challenging.
It does. And beyond just compliance, you've got these broader industry pressures creating, well, almost a perfect storm. Globally, construction productivity has only seen a frankly dismal 0.4% annual growth from 2000 to 2024. That's according to McKinsey, far behind other sectors.
0.4%, that's tiny.
It is. Then you add in the looming labor shortages. Buildskills Australia projects we could be short up to 200,000 workers by 2030.
That's a staggering figure. And while firms here in Brisbane are wrestling with all of this, you've got rivals in Sydney or Melbourne often adopting sleek new tech. So it's not just about keeping pace anymore, is it? It's really about avoiding being left behind.
Which brings us to the interesting part. What's truly fascinating here, and I think it's a strategic imperative now, is intelligent process automation, IPA.
IPA.
Yeah. And this isn't just about simple robotic process automation, like a bot just clicking buttons. It's more advanced. It's an approach that blends artificial intelligence, AI, robotic process automation, RPA, and machine learning. Think of it like this. RPA handles the repetitive, high-volume tasks that traditionally bog down your team. It's like the tireless administrator.
Okay.
Then AI steps in as the brain, making smart decisions, flagging anomalies based on patterns, much like an experienced project manager would, and machine learning. That's the constant learner. It continuously refines those decisions and predictions based on new data. It gets smarter with every transaction. So together they orchestrate complex workflows, predict risks, and automate a lot of decision-making.
That sounds like a really powerful combination. So what kind of core benefits can Brisbane construction firms really expect from adopting IPA? How does this sophisticated blend, translate into tangible wins?
The benefits are dramatic. Yeah, they go way beyond just minor improvements. IPA can slash audit times by up to 60%. 60%.
Right.
It digitizes approvals, streamlines compliance checks, and by minimizing those manual errors and rework, it directly cuts operational expenses. Startist Insights forecast that IPA accelerates data processing by something like 30–50%.
That's significant.
It means projects move faster, and faster projects mean you can bid on and win more work, directly driving higher revenues. This isn't just about doing tasks faster, it's about fundamentally altering your firm's risk profile. It lets you confidently bid on projects with stricter compliance demands that maybe competitors, still stuck with manual checks, simply can't touch.
So it's not just efficiency, it's actually a strategic differentiator.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And what about the compliance aspect specifically? How does IPA make navigating that whole regulatory labyrinth easier?
Well, it dramatically enhances compliance and risk management. That's a key piece. IPA helps manage critical pitfalls that are just incredibly complex for manual systems. Take PFAS management, for example. Dealing with those persistent, forever chemicals, they're becoming a huge environmental liability.
Right, I've heard about those.
Or ensuring waste traceability, effective erosion control areas highlighted by HELIA EHS as really high risk. IPA integrates seamlessly with financial systems like Xero and MYOB to flag discrepancies in real time. It centralizes all your compliance data. PwC Australia notes that leading organizations, the ones adopting this tech, achieve 2 to 3 times better compliance maturity.
It sounds like it's sort of building a bulletproof compliance system almost.
Precisely, yeah. And in doing so, it provides a significant competitive advantage. Adopting IPA positions firms as leaders in the market. It helps them meet housing demands despite those, looming labor shortages we mentioned. PlanRadar's trends specifically emphasize AI integration as key for maintaining momentum and competitiveness going forward.
Okay, this is where it gets really practical for our listeners because we're going to talk about specific IPA tools. Tools designed to seamlessly integrate with existing accounting staples like Xero and MYOB. This integration power is, it's absolutely critical, isn't it?
Exactly. The goal isn't to rip everything out and start fresh. Nobody wants that disruption. It's about augmenting and streamlining what you already have in place.
Okay, let's start with Process Street. It's described as the world's first AI-driven process management platform. Sounds impressive. It's apparently fantastic for automating compliance checklists and audit trails. It integrates natively with Xero for financial tracking, flagging real-time discrepancies for those all-important WHS audits. Now, for MYOB users, our team at C9, we've actually developed custom solutions to bridge that integration gap effectively.
And the stats are compelling. You see things like 70% of executives reclaiming 10–40% of their time. And in construction scenarios, that translates to about a 60% reduction in audit times. Huge savings.
That's significant time back. Okay, what's next?
Then there's Buildxact. This one's particularly beneficial for Queensland firms. It handles permit and safety workflows using real-time dashboards. It can cut audit preparation time from weeks down to just days.
Weeks to days.
Yeah. It integrates takeoff data, that's the detailed quantification of materials and labor needed for a project, directly into MYOB for financial compliance. We often see firms achieve 50–60% overall audit reductions using Buildxact here in QLD.
Okay, another strong contender. What about Donesafe?
Donesafe, right. This is a no-code platform, which is interesting. It focuses on EHS, that's environmental, health, and safety compliance. It integrates with MYOD to automate things like incident reporting and risk assessments. It centralizes data, supports ISO standards. Their case study shows safety reporting times dropping from 14 hours down to just 45 minutes.
15 hours to 45 minutes. That's saving over 13 hours on just one reporting task. Wow.
It's a massive game, isn't it?
Truly. Okay, one more.
And finally, Procore. Many will know this one. It's a leading construction management suite. It links with Xero for workflow automation, handling permit compliance via AI that flags anomalies. Similar to Process Street, some custom integration work might be needed for MYOB, which, again, our team at C9 can facilitate.
And the benefits of Procore.
It offers that real-time visibility across projects, boosts efficiency by around 30%, according to McKinsey again, and it ensures about 60% faster audits, largely through those unified data flows.
Okay, so there's some powerful tools out there. But what's crucial to remember here, I think, is that integrating these tools successfully, well, into your unique environment, it often requires specialized expertise, right?
Absolutely. It's not always plug and play, especially with older legacy systems involved.
And that's where a partner like C9 comes in. We ensure these tools fit perfectly with your unique setup, eliminating common barriers, things like internal expertise gaps, or maybe even employee resistance. We handle that through user-friendly staged rollouts.
Which leads to better adoption.
Exactly. And the result, as highlighted by others like Flowforma and Claris Design Build, is higher production rates and, importantly, better safety outcomes.
Okay, so this raises an important question, one that many busy executives probably grapple with. Why are discovery calls so critical when you're considering these automation solutions? Couldn't a firm just, get a quote up front and save some time?
That's a common thought, definitely.
Yeah.
What are the risks, then, of skipping that initial deep dive into a firm's unique needs?
Well, skipping it is risky. Those discovery calls, they are your essential gateway to tailored success. They aren't just a sales pitch. Think of them as a diagnostic process. They uncover your specific pain points. Maybe it's legacy incompatibilities with your Xero or MYOB systems, for instance. And they ensure any proposed solution aligns perfectly with your precise goals, like hitting specific cost reduction targets or achieving compliance with particular 2025 reforms, like those NCC updates.
So it's really about understanding the specific nuances before prescribing any kind of solution, tailoring it.
Exactly, and it's absolutely crucial for risk mitigation. Skipping discovery often leads to mismatched implementations. We've seen it happen, and that can inflate costs by 50% or even more just due to unforeseen issues that only pop up after you've started.
Ouch.
Yeah. A focused 30 to 45-minute call can provide clarity that's worth hours of trying to figure it out yourself. It often leads to, say, 25% faster implementations and can even turn that initial employee resistance into genuine buy-in because they feel heard. It's really an essential part of due diligence. Saves you headaches and budget blowouts down the line.
That makes perfect sense. So if discovery is so vital, what about this indicative pricing that some companies offer up front? What are the dangers there for a construction business?
Oh, indicative pricing. It's highly problematic and, frankly, often not worth the paper it's written on.
Strong words. Why so problematic?
Because these ballpark figures, they're usually rounded hastily based on assumptions without truly understanding your unique complexities. It's a bit like asking for a quote for a custom building without providing the blueprints. How accurate can it really be?
Yeah, I can see how that leads to a lot of frustration and maybe some nasty budget surprises later on.
It invariably does. It leads straight to that dreaded scope creep and hidden costs, that $50,000 indicative quote you got. It can easily balloon to $75,000 or more because unforeseen issues emerge that just weren't accounted for initially. And that erodes trust, frustrates your teams, and can put projects significantly over budget.
So what's the better way then for firms seeking transparency and predictability in pricing?
The alternative is what we call discovery-based pricing, and it's far superior. It's precise and transparent because it's developed after a thorough understanding of your needs gained through those essential discovery calls.
Right. Tailored pricing based on real information.
Exactly. Pricing is often precise, sometimes, calculated to the nearest hour post-call with detailed analytical breakdowns. So, for example, a detailed proposal might specify, 150 hours for core IPA integration with Xero at $250 per hour. That's $37,500. Plus maybe 50 hours for specific system tweaks. That's another $12,500, totaling a firm $50,000.
That level of detail and transparency sounds much more reassuring for a C-level executive managing budgets.
It fundamentally reduces the risks of scope creep and hidden costs because those unique challenges are understood up front. It also allows for a value-driven, staged approach, which is often really appealing. You can break projects into manageable stages, say a $10,000 phase one, focusing on core automation.
Get some quick wins.
Exactly. Get some early ROI. Imagine achieving that 60% audit reduction that saves you $20,000 annually from phase one alone. Those immediate savings can then help fund subsequent phases. It compounds the gains without overwhelming your team. And it aligns perfectly with that huge global productivity potential McKinsey talks about, that $1.6 trillion figure.
Okay, so bringing it all together, what does this all mean for Brisbane construction firms looking at the road ahead? How does adopting automation truly serve as their sort of industry compass in this evolving landscape?
Well, it directly responds to pretty much every key industry trend we're seeing right now. Take those severe labor shortages we mentioned. IPA helps overcome that projected 200,000 worker deficit by 2030. How? By streamlining tasks and improving overall productivity. Just like PlanRadar highlights with AI integration, you're making your existing workforce dramatically more effective.
Right, doing more with the team you have. And what about the growing focus on environmental responsibilities, sustainability, ESG?
Absolutely critical. New carbon policies, sustainable practices driven by those ESG rules post-2025, they're not going away. They're only getting stricter. Automation facilitates compliance here by accurately tracking environmental data. It helps manage complex new risks like PFAS, waste traceability, erosion control. These are tasks that are incredibly difficult, if not impossible, to handle accurately and consistently using manual systems, especially at scale.
And it feels like it's a fundamental answer to the sector's long-standing productivity issues too, doesn't it? That 0.4% growth figure is stark.
It is, directly. Automation is a strategic imperative to boost that lagging growth, especially in high-density builds, which have only seen about 5% growth. This isn't just about efficiency, it's actually vital if we're going to meet Australia's housing demands. Plus, it ensures firms can quickly adapt to evolving regulations, the Building Industry Fairness Act, WHS rules, NCC updates through digitized approvals and automated checklists that can update dynamically as rules change.
And of course, provides that crucial competitive edge we talked about earlier.
Indeed. It offers a vital competitive advantage against tech-adopting rivals, ensuring Brisbane firms can stay at the forefront, not just keep up. And finally, it directly tackles those high operational costs that come from rework and inefficient legacy systems, the ones that, as we discussed, can inflate costs by up to 40%. It hits the bottom line directly.
So there you have it. You've heard how intelligent process automation, when it's seamlessly integrated with your accounting staples like Xero and MYOB, can really transform compliance. It shifts it from being a burdensome drag into a powerful driver of efficiency. It cuts costs, it boosts revenues, and it strategically prepares you for all the trends and regulations coming your way in 2025 and beyond.
So please don't let those legacy pains hold you back from a smarter, more profitable future. It's achievable.
We, the specialists from C9, Australia's leading custom software, apps, integration, and database developer company, we're uniquely positioned to help you navigate this transformation. We really invite you to schedule a free discovery call with C9 today. Let's collaborate on your custom roadmap and truly unlock Brisbane's construction potential together.
You can visit us at www.c9.com.au to learn more and get in touch. That's c9.com/NU.
And please remember to click that follow button wherever you're listening and share this deep dive with others in the Australian business and executive community. Anyone who you think could benefit from this knowledge. In a rapidly evolving regulatory and competitive landscape, the question really is no longer if you will automate compliance, but when. And perhaps more importantly, what significant competitive advantage awaits those who choose to act decisively now.